Hey fam, let's take a look at how the portfolio has done over the past month. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rebecca. I'm on YouTube documenting my journey to reach financial independence and retire early. So part of that journey is to show y'all a monthly review of the portfolio so we can see how it has hopefully grown. Sometimes it shrinks, but that's okay. Also, if you're new, I have been trying to upload 3 videos a week for November and December, and that has really kind of put a crunch on me as far as time goes. So I tend to film these videos before I go into work every night, hence the wet hair. Welcome to my life. I am just squeezing in YouTube as my little side hustle here between working full-time third shift. So there you have it. Anyway, if you are new, welcome. Hope you'll consider subscribing, and let's take a look at the portfolio. All right, here we are, guys. I am starting with my largest account balance first, and that is my employer-sponsored retirement account. I have a 403B through my employer. Y'all can see right now the account sits at $77,760.24, and I've gotten a 16.5% rate of return on the year so far. I am not sure how to get this to show me a monthly rate of return, so that's all right though. We can see whether or not this account has gone up or down compared to the previous month once we take a look at my totals at the end, so we'll check that out later. Y'all can see right now I'm only contributing 7%. That is enough to get my full employer match, but I do want to bump this up. Hopefully sometime next year, we'll see. Next here is my M1 Finance account. I have 2 accounts with M1 Finance. The first one here is my regular taxable account, and this one you can see over the last month has gone up 17%. That's nice. I've had some market gains. I have had some dividends, and I have not contributed anything to this account in the last month. So all of this is just gains here. And I did get a couple of dividend payouts in the last couple of days, so that is why I have a little bit of a cash balance sitting here. You have to have at least $1 before you can make a transaction if you want to buy a certain stock or an ETF. So I have to wait until that crosses $1 before I can put that dollar to work. And looking at my holdings down here, y'all can see that I have a dividend section to this pie and then a speculative section to this pie. They're both in the green right now. Dividends are all looking okay except for utilities. That's interesting. Let's see which one of those are down. They're all down. Neat. If I had some extra money to throw at my dividend pie, then these are what I would be buying right now then, since they are down right now. Here is a look at the speculative slice of my pie on my taxable account with M1. I need to contribute more to this pie because I added a bunch of ARK ETFs to my speculative plays, and they're severely underweight right now. I just need to throw some money in here. That way I can get my allocations in more balance over here. So yeah, the only one that's in the red right now is Hyliion, but that's a long-term hold for me, and we'll see what happens with them long-term. I'm not concerned that it's in the red. I think that they'll go up eventually. If y'all are interested in looking at the entire portfolio here and taking a look at all of the different dividend stocks that I have, I will link to my playlist that I made at the end of this video, my investing strategy, that goes over why I invest in the things that I do invest in, and that way y'all can get a little more insight into my thought process as an investor. I do also have a link for M1 Finance in the description box below if you kind of like this layout and this style. I think M1 Finance is perfect for a lazy, passive investor like me. Y'all, M1 Finance is not super fancy, but I like a more simple investing style. I'm very passive when it comes to investing. If you're not interested really in options or day trading, then M1 Finance might be the right choice for you as far as investing goes. I really like them. I've been using them for over a year now, so link is down below. If you use a referral link, then they give you a bonus when you sign up, and whoever refers you also gets a bonus. So it doesn't have to be my link, but if you decide to give M1 Finance a try, make sure you're using somebody's link. All right, and here is my Roth IRA that I also have with M1 Finance. Y'all can see current balance is sitting at $8,368.86. And this Roth IRA is completely comprised of different Vanguard ETFs. Again, in that playlist that I will link at the end of this video, I discuss why I have chosen these individual ETFs for my Roth IRA in particular. And in the last month here, we're up about 5%. I have had some decent gains, and I have not contributed anything in the last month to my Roth IRA, so all of that is just growth from the markets. In total for this Roth IRA, I have contributed $7,000, so we've had some growth here. My total return's pretty good, 25% there. Moving on to my next brokerage account. All right, y'all, this is my speculative play that I have with Mindmed. Now, Mindmed I could not get on M1 Finance, so I opened a Fidelity account so that I could throw a little bit of money at Mindmed and see where that speculative play went for me. And if y'all are at all familiar with Mindmed, then you would know that it has shot up like crazy in the last month. It has absolutely been insanity, and I'm down on the day for sure, but I put $160 towards Mindmed months ago, and my average share price is 42 cents, I think. 43 cents a share is my average price, and yeah, they have gone up a lot. Right now, their current share price is $3.54. So I have had an insane amount of returns. For Mindmed, I am up 724%. Yesterday or the day before, I believe, when I checked my account here, I was actually up over 1,000% with Mindmed. So that is just mind-blowing to me. Never have I ever had returns like that on any stock. My plan for this position, though, I have not held this position for longer than a year. So if I did decide to sell and take some profits, I would have to pay a short-term capital gains tax on it. Also, the way that I look at it, it's a win-win situation, really. If Mindmed completely goes to zero, I've only lost $160. And y'all, if you've been following me for a while and you've been looking at my budget reviews, you know that your girl can blow $160 on any number of unimportant things. So it wouldn't be a huge loss, and it would make no difference to me if Mindmed went completely to zero and I lost that $160 investment. That being said, the flip side of this coin is that, you know, $1,300 here, that's a decent amount of money. That's a respectable amount of money. But is it going to make a huge difference for me long term in my FIRE journey? No, I don't think so. So for now, my plan is to just hold Mindmed, see where it goes. It's volatile as hell, but that is what you get when you invest in a speculative play. So you have to be willing to accept that volatility. You have to have the proper time horizon to ride out the volatility, and I do. So this is a risky play that I'm willing to take right now. So lastly here, we are looking at my budget, and this is where I keep track of all of the balances in my different accounts that I have for my portfolio. I updated this first thing this morning when I woke up and looked at all of my positions. So this morning, actually, Mindmed was higher. Y'all just saw that it was only $1,300 or something. This morning when I looked, it was a little higher than that. So whatever, it is a volatile play, but you'll have that. This column here, the F column, is purely just showing what the balance was this month compared to last month. So y'all can see in 1 month's time here for my Mindmed position, I am up over $1,000 in a month. That's just crazy. And that is all growth too, because I have not contributed anything additionally to Mindmed in the last month. Same thing with my M1 accounts. They're both up from last month. Not by much for my taxable account, only $25. And my Roth IRA is up $130 from last month. I update this spreadsheet all of the time. So I know M1 Finance had my growth in the previous month higher than what is shown here, but I update this spreadsheet almost on a daily basis, y'all. So this is calculating from the end of November to today, and I am filming this on December 15th. So truly, this is only like a 2-week time span here, which makes the fidelity growth even more crazy. But yeah, there will be some discrepancy between what y'all see here in my spreadsheet versus what M1 Finance shows and what Fidelity shows, etc., etc. I also have listed here my Ally savings account. This is a high yield savings account that I just use to hold my cash position for my portfolio. This is also my emergency fund. I'm working on building that back up. I've thrown $50 in so far this month, so that account balance is sitting at $551.69. And again, we have listed here my largest account, which is my employer sponsored retirement account that we looked at earlier. So grand total down here, y'all may notice I have reached another milestone in my FIRE journey, y'all. I update this spreadsheet all the time, and I've been doing it even more often lately because I knew I was getting really close to that $90,000 portfolio mark, and I actually crossed $90,000 on December 5th, so I was super excited about that. That is the highest number I have ever seen in my portfolio, so officially I am 7.5% of the way to financial independence. And since I have crossed another $10,000 milestone in my portfolio, y'all know what time it is. It's time to color in the next section of my financial independence retire early color chart. So we will do that now. All right, guys, it's been a little while since I brought this color chart out, but we did it. I crossed the 90K mark in my portfolio. And I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this by itself on the channel or add it as part of another video. We'll see. But today is December 5th, and I have officially crossed over 90K in the portfolio. So 2020 wasn't a total bust, was it? All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this monthly portfolio review. Stay tuned on the channel because later on this week, I am going to put out a video going over my yearly portfolio review. And I'm excited for that because the way that I budget on my channel and keeping track of my portfolio in my month-to-month budget like I do, it's a little bit easy to get micro focused on the month to month, and you kind of forget to take a look at the bigger picture from time to time. So I think it'll be fun to see how well the portfolio has done over the whole year of 2020. So I am planning on putting that video out this Friday. So if you have not yet, subscribe down below. Thanks for watching this video as always, and I'll see y'all on Friday.